So hello everyone, today I'll be presenting module 5, this one. So I'll be talking about blockchain, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and GDPR, a cheat sheet, cryptocurrencies in e-commerce, payment system e-commerce, and 8 reasons why smartphones are privacy nightmare. So let's start with the first one. Blockchain basics, introduction to distributed ledger. So this one. So what is the distributed ledger? It is a type of database that is shared among the members of decentralized network. So it records the business deal or transaction among the members, and there is no central authority or the third party. The role of business ledger. So it records the business agreement and contracts or simply transactions. However, there are problems with current business ledgers that are costly, inefficient, lack of transparency, and less prone to corruption. Next, let's talk about blockchain. So what is a blockchain? It is a shared ledgers in public or peer-to-peer network, and it comes from the ledger format of a sequence of chain cryptographic hash-like blocks. The transactions are linked together as a chain from the beginning to the latest one. So that's why it's called blockchain. So there's a few things you have to know about how the blockchain works. So first, there's a consensus. This ensures that the ledgers are exact copies. And the second is cryptographic hashes. This ensures that the charges in transaction input result in different hash value. Next is digital signatures that ensures the transaction originated from the server. The next one is to ensure the group of participants from controlling the infrastructure or peer-to-peer contracts. And last one, you have to know how the blockchain works is that it has a chronological order of transaction using consensus model. So it can be changed unless every members agree to change the contract. There are certain benefits of blockchain. The first one is that the business can save time and cost while reducing risk. The second is it is flexible for the participants to change the asset description. The third benefit is the increased trust in transaction information among the members. And last but not least, it enables businesses to build a new revenue streams to interact with the client. Next is the blockchain use case. It was first introduced as a Bitcoin. What is a Bitcoin? It is a digital currency called cryptocurrency. So simply it's like a currency used in digital marketing, like we use it on the internet. And what is a hyperledger? So it is an open source effort to advance cross-industry blockchain technology, and it is a global collaboration hosted by the Linux Foundation. It maximizes the flexibility of blockchain solutions, and it runs by IBM blockchain platform or public framework. Enterprise blockchain requirements. So IBM believes industrial blockchain has a shared permission ledger and consensus protocol, cryptography, and chain code or smart contracts. So that's all for the first topic. So next, let's move to Bitcoin, currency, and blockchain. So as a reminder, blockchain is decentralized ledger of all transactions across peer-to-peer network. The next word we have here is cryptocurrency. It is a medium of exchange created and stored electronically in the blockchain. And the last one we have Bitcoin. So it is the best known cryptocurrency. And there's blockchain. There are pros and cons. The pros are it has increased transparency, accurate tracking, and permanent ledger. So there are also certain cons. which is the unknown facts we don't know about this, that are the complex technology, regulatory implication, and computing platform. So how exactly does blockchain works? So first, someone requests transaction, and then the next step is to transfer to P2P network. Then it validates the transaction and the user's status. Then it is sent to the cryptocurrencies, contracts, and it makes records. Next, when it is verified, the transaction is combined with another transaction to create a new block of data for ledger. The new block is then added to the existing blockchain, and it's done. Yes. Next is potential applications that are automotive, financial services, voting, and healthcare. The PBC delivers business and functional requirements, design blockchain solutions, and management of third-party partners. The next topic we have here is GDPR, a cheat sheet. So GDPR is an enforcement of the European Union General Data Protection Regulation. It applies to any company that transacts with European nation citizens. It went into effect in 2018 for all European Union citizens and related businesses. What is GDPR? It codifies and unifies data privacy laws across all European Union member countries. Who does the GDPR affect? So it is applicable to all businesses that collect personal data from the citizens of the European Union. Why does this matter? So there are devastating penalties for the non-compliances that uses another personal data. There are certain key provisions of this GDPR. So the first one is consent. A consent, each time a new purpose is requested, consent is required. Breach notification. It notifies all data subjects that a security breach has occurred within 72 hours. The next one is the right to access. So the companies should confirm the data subject's request. Right to be forgotten. So the companies will erase data when asked by the data subject. All processes will end here. Data portability. So the data subject could receive previously provided personal data in common use. And the next one is privacy by design. So it limits personal data one can pursue. So the last one, we have data protection officers. So these enterprises must designate DPO to see GDPR application, and it also protects personal data. There are certain penalties for non-compliance. Some examples are that it carries significant risk of liability for any company. And the second is it has a max of 4% of annual global revenue generated by the company. The next topic we're gonna cover is the 8 reasons why smartphones are privacy nightmare. So of course, smartphones are very useful nowadays. Everyone cannot live without it, I guess. So there are like these advantages to using smartphones. The first one is geo-tracking. So our location could be tracked and it can pull out our personal data from it. The next one is malicious app. So some apps do not come from a famous source, so it's not 100% reliable. So next is Wi-Fi tracking. So free Wi-Fi connection leads to an invasion of privacy. The next one is lack of antivirus software. We have to be sure to only install genuine antivirus software on our device. UI camera could be watching you. This means that They can be activated and used to spy on the owners. Microphone eavesdropping. So eavesdropping on private conversation or stealing personal data can happen, like in Facebook when we are talking to someone, and after a while we see what we are talking about on Facebook, Instagram, or other platforms. Lack of security patches. So when iOS and Apple are all good, there are a lack of updates for Android at time. This is because they lack support in Android camp. The last one is beware the backdoor. In 2018, Chinese have made a backdoor into smartphones from Huawei and ZTE. The user's data could be shared with a foreign government with a backdoor, so should be careful. The next topic is payment system e-commerce. So 3 different types of payment that are: number 1, bank payment gateways or virtual POS, virtual payment wallet, and last one is other electronic payment system for e-commerce. So there are certain pros and cons for each. The first one, bank payment gateway or virtual POS. So its advantage is that the money is on the bank account when there's transaction, and it is very convenient at the end of the month for accounting. The second one is the cons. So it has higher integration costs and absurd activation documentation. Next one is the virtual payment wallet. So it is flexible in activations and it offers free modules. However, it has a downturn, which is the reception of the money is not immediate. Last but not least, we have bank payment, a gateway for e-commerce. So it is often a company only have to authorization from the bank. Wallet virtual payment system for e-commerce. So this is the best way of payment according to the writer for recommendations. So I'm going to give here about 3 examples. There are PayPal, Stripe, and Braintree. So the first one, PayPal, it is easy to integrate or start, but it is easy to receive blackmail by the customer. Stripe is much easier to integrate as APIs are simpler, excellent support. However, the downturn is that non-face rate cancelled only if the customer bank closes our favor. Otherwise, it has very high commissions. And the last one, we have Braintree. So it is good interface, both backend and front-end side. Payments directly on the site and many payment methods. The disadvantages of this payment system is that the payments after not immediate request and there's some fraud protection errors. Other electronic payment system for e-commerce. So it includes COD or cross-duty, and there's cash on delivery, transfer, postpay, and financing. So cash on delivery is widely used in India, but there are many problems due to it. Whether it's about the cost, there's no customer with withdrawals or storage costs, and many others. The second one is transfer. So the advanced bank transfer is preferred by merchants since it do not have real collection cost. Postpay, it has a rechargeable card. And last one, financing, it is used when the cost exceeds 500 to 600 euro. So when you decide to choose the payment system, firstly, you have to make the related commission cost. And the second is that you have to find the relative to the market. or otherwise you can choose it based on the problems you have encountered. So for the last topic, we have cryptocurrencies in e-commerce. So the blockchain as a payment method in e-commerce, it can generate virtual coins whose value depends on the market. There are benefits of integrating cryptocurrencies in the online store. The first one is that it is used as the means of investment. It has presence of security and it provides reliability to all transactions made electronically. There are types of virtual currencies as a payment method in e-commerce. Each type has unique characteristics and different market value depending on the law of demand and supply. There are about 1,500 virtual currencies, but there are about 3 that are popular, that are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So the first one, Bitcoin, it is the most famous and the first to appear, and it is used as exchange currency on the internet. For example, credit or debit card or PayPal. And it is very secure system because it has codes. The second one we have Ethereum. So it complements Bitcoin. The users can create applications based on virtual currencies, for example, crowdfunding platforms, and digital competition. The currency is called Ether, but the name is Ethereum. And the user can make payments as well as execute operations reliably. Last one, we have Litecoin. So there are two main benefits of this kind of currency, which is transaction confirmation times are faster than the other cryptocurrency and operation is simple, which fits users that need to move small amount of money and move it quickly. Yes, so that's the end of our presentation for Taco team. Thank you for listening.